Just updating on the documents I'm putting on Facebook for the affidavit that I put to John Key, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. So we'll give them till next Tuesday to refute this affidavit, and if they stay silent this time, it's going straight to the UK government. You'll see there the reply from them, the Energy Minister of the UK government, because they're watching our tidal energy project here in New Zealand, and what the government will do with us, seeing that we've got our company there in London, Moai Powerhouse Group Limited, registered there for the shares, the billion shares, and we also got the main company here with one-off a trillion shares, Ngātua e Wā Aotea Limited. Those two companies are head-to-head with the Crown Corporation, company owned by the Rothschilds, and also with the Queen's own private companies, Buckingham Palace, and also Her Majesty the Queen in Right of New Zealand. That's the company here in New Zealand. And so she's trying to come in over the top of our titles with the King, King William. That's what you see on my affidavits now. We're taking stock of our flag, our Confederation flag that was given by Westminster Parliament when King William gave that to us for his protection of the British government, and also his seal of the King. So it can't be changed, it's extant forever and fixed in his Parliament. So we're using that, we're going to legalise that authority with our new business, starting in London as a company. My Powerhouse Group Limited, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Chris Taylor will look after that company, and also Charles Hirschfeld, our criminal barrister, lawyer, will be doing these documents of title with the Puhi, Hapu, the 13 chiefs up at Waitangi, Titi Marae. I'm just teaming up with Kingi Taurua, the taumata there on Titi Marae. They have the authority of that flag straight to Britain and the government of England. David Cameron, he says he's the direct descendant to King William IV. So that'll be to our advantage for him to be on our side, and the Minister of Energy for our tidal energy project for producing solid hydrogen jet fuel. That's our product that we've got with the shares. So when people get to know what is happening here with the Crown here in New Zealand, going off the rails, because they don't have certainty, they don't have jurisdiction. The flag we have, the Confederation flag, is the jurisdiction of our authority here over this country. So that means we go right over the top of the government decisions. They put a new Governor General in after we sacked the Governor General and the Queen off our land. So that means the threat now from the Queen and the Pope, they've gone into business together. This is real, I'm telling you the truth of what they're scheming up now with those two churches, the Catholic Church, the devils, and the Church of England, the devils, are teaming up together on our land here. And I've got affidavits right back to when before they committed that offence and after they committed the offence. Now John Key is carrying on that legacy, and so he's going to find himself in real trouble, legal trouble, with the King and the Government of England. Right? That's our authority straight from there through Titi Marae Common Law Court. That's our Common Law Court of Justice. They have the authority of the commercial side of that flag to own water, right? Normally, our hapu, not iwi, hapu, doesn't own land, water or anything. But when it comes to the commercial sense of that flag, the 1835 Declaration of Independent State flag, we do own water commercially to sell. After all, it was between 1835 and 1840, the hapu had their own government, self-government, before the Australian New South Wales government came along and told them they're not doing it properly. And because they didn't have the paperwork to do it, the hapu wasn't professional enough. They didn't have the money, currency, and so that's why that other Australian company came in, New South Wales government. That's the one that's in Wellington now, the rogue government that we're putting notice. This notice here, this video, and the last video that I'm telling you about, that John Key, the Prime Minister, and the Governor General are acting illegally, and Chris Phillipson, he's the Attorney General, he's acting for the Queen of England, not the King, the Queen of England, with the chequebook to pay out and settle Maori. The word Maori, iwi, belongs to them. It doesn't belong to us. It doesn't belong to our original Tahitian, hapu, Moai people. Okay? So we've got Moai statue, that's our mana whenua, sunk in the ground of the earth, and we've got the flag, which is our commercial side of us being able to own things, to commercialise and to sell water, being one of them, that John Key says no one owns water. We're sticking him to that statement he made, that we're going to bill him for all the water he sold when he shouldn't have, because he didn't own the water. And a form of ownership is to have a bill with a debt on it that you owe for the water. They've got meters to meter the water. You see, he's just put his foot right in it, and we're going to sting him for that, for all the water. Ever since they've billed people, that's on our side, that's on the Moai Crown Confederation government of ourselves side, not on the Crown and the government of New Zealand side. That's the debtors, we're the creditors. I just want to let you know what we're doing now to hold them up and put them in front of the World Court. It's going to cost them everything they own. I just warned them that if they don't refute our claim, then we will bill them for everything they own. The government, personal, natural name and surname, John Key, natural name, surname, and his company, Her Majesty the Queen of Right New Zealand, and the Queen's companies, Buckingham Palace, and the Pope's companies, called Queen Elizabeth II, that's his company, right? And the Crown belonged to the Rothschilds, and the City of London belonged to the Rothschilds, and so they're going to get the bill, the whole lot of them, through our lawyer. He's a criminal lawyer, he knows what a crime is. Right? He's very good at doing that, 30 years of cases. He's not going to lose this one. Right? It's going to be one class action, bang, the whole lot. A trillion pounds sterling in gold bullion, water money, Moai currency. That's the limit. We go to anything up to that, we can charge them. Right? That's why I've documented these offences in 2009, before the Lisbon Treaty was signed, and after. Ever since after the treaty was signed, they've gone rampant. The Queen and the Pope gone in together. The Queen, the Pope owning the Queen. Right? This is how ruthless and conniving they are to own each other. And the Pope saying he's God. Right? We've got our own God. That's Moai. They've stolen him and put him in London. See, the Queen. Right? He's locked up in the Queen Elizabeth II Great Court. That's our mana whenua. That's our title. That belongs to my family that built them. Okay? It's sitting there in stolen possession. So, and the Pope has stolen the obelisks from my other bloodline people, the Black African Nubians. Right? So they're both thieves. These are church people that pray to God. I don't think God is very happy with them at the moment because of what they're doing. The Queen and the Pope have killed all those children, murdered them in their churches, buried them in their churches. This is how bad churches are. We want to wipe them out, as Moai says, because their religion has devastated these Pacific Islands, right? Devastated the brains of all our people, and they haven't lost nothing because it's all paper titles, and Moai will clean that out. Moai Crown is the Crown against the Crown Corporation, right? We have the proof of title. They have nothing, not a bean. It's all made up by this John Key, puppets in the middle of it, and the Maori Affairs Minister Peter Sharples. You see the surnames? They're all wrong, right? And the humbug. We're going to put them on trial. Each one by one, natural persons. We're going to go. All these politicians that I've written to yesterday, and they've acknowledged again their receipt that they've got the affidavit. So if they don't refute it, then it becomes law. Right? That's how it works. It becomes law in our common law courts and in the World Court and in The Hague there, and also in the UN and anywhere else for that matter. We have our flag. We're one of 59 states, sovereign. Note already on record. Okay. Thank you very much. That'll do for now. I'll just have a nice chill out evening and see you again soon. So you aliens, you behave yourselves because the time's run out. You're getting surrounded by the sovereign people of the world. Okay? This is for you people. Moai, signing out.